We know that under the Obama administration, over 400,000 people have already been deported. More people stand to be deported. Not all of them are criminals, so don't think, bad boy, what you gonna do? Well, you don't have to be a bad boy or a bad girl to get deported from the U.S. By simply overstaying your time here in the United States, you could be placed in deportation proceedings. By simply failing a Stokes interview, the second interview that you have when you're married to a U.S. citizen, if you fail that interview, you could be placed in deportation proceedings. People who are married for less than 2 years, they get a temporary green card. And if that temporary green card, when it expires, you do not remove the condition on that green card, you could be placed in deportation proceedings. If you travel on advance parole and you are a parent, you will not get your green card. They will deny it if you didn't have your adjustment of status hearing, and you will be placed in deportation proceedings. So immigration, they obviously are supposed to enforce the law, and that is what they're doing, and that's why we are seeing high numbers of deportation cases now. So be careful, consult with an attorney. Don't go by one of those notaries. Immigration has a special task force now to look into notaries, people who do immigration law unlawfully. Why? Because a lot of these notaries, their bad advice and their lack of legal training, because they're not attorneys, has caused a lot of people to go into deportation proceedings. For example, if you adjust your status and your priority date is not current, you could be placed in deportation proceedings. And I've seen instances where notaries tell people, oh, your priority date is current. They go ahead and they adjust their status, and now they are placed in deportation proceedings because they are not entitled to a benefit. So these notaries have become, a big problem for immigration, because immigration has to enforce the law. And if you do not qualify for a benefit, they will place you in deportation proceedings. So one method to reduce deportation proceedings is to have, is for them to come down on non-attorneys that practice immigration law without, obviously, a license. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services announces final rule adjusting fees for immigration benefits. So, there was fee changes. Not one of the 80 women detained in a raid were charged with prostitution or lewd conduct, yet they all faced deportation proceedings. So there was a raid. None of them were prostitutes. They wasn't charged for prostitution, but they're in deportation proceedings. How will the Republican leadership play their cards on immigration? Because we know the Republicans are taking Congress as of January 2011. And we have a lot of information, news about the various protests, people protesting and going on hunger strikes, etc., in support of the DREAM Act. So if you have any personal injury issues at all, slip and fall issues, you could give us a call and get that free legal consultation. Mixed marriages. What does this mean here, Pearl, about mixed marriages? We have an article here on mixed marriages by Cathy Rouget. So what does that mean? Well, a lot of people are marrying interracially. And that's the whole idea of America, right? Multicultural, we blend in, we blend in, whatever. So, sometimes immigration look at those marriages even closer. When you have someone from India marrying a black person or African American, immigration scrutinizes those marriages even more closer. So if you have a mixed marriage, I guess you should have an attorney. In fact, any interviews with immigration, my advice, get an attorney that is a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. That would be a good idea.
And Mr. Figeroux is talking about marriages. New York is now a no-fault divorce state.
Hey, now you could just say, look, the marriage is not working. You don't have to worry about proving adultery. proven cruel and inhumane treatment,
Wait a
proven
whole year.
that the person didn't have any sexual relations with you for more than a year. New York State is a no-fault state. So if you want to get a divorce in time for Christmas, come into the office quickly for that free legal consultation. Yeah.
You know, DJ Roy was very excited when I was
About
on the
no
show.
fault
Yeah, he
marriages.
was like,
Yeah,
wow, you'd
yeah,
have to
yeah.
wait a whole year.
Yeah, he could do your thing now.
Yeah, he was very excited about that. Of course, DJ Roy is from Irie Jam.
Right. So remember, to come in for that free legal consultation on your matrimonial issue. Your name does not have to be on the property for you to have equitable rights to your wife's property or your husband's property. Remember that pension plan, even though he had or she had that pension plan before you was married, the accumulation during the marriage, you have a 50% interest in that, in the growth of the pension during that time, or even if it's a separate property and you contributed towards that property, you have a claim to that property. So don't assume that you don't have any equitable rights when in fact you may do so. So come in for that free legal consultation. The number again is 718-222-3155. Again, 718-222-3155. Diabetes is a big issue in our community, the Caribbean, African American, Latino community. So don't overdo it with those sugary products, the carbohydrates. We have to be careful, get tested, take care of yourself. That's a community ad there in the Immigrants Journal. Okay, and then we have our get free legal advice, become a journal member, prepare for the legalization/amnesty. When you become a member of the Immigrants Journal, you get free legal consultations for 1 year on immigration, landlord and tenant issues, matrimonial issues, auto accident issues, criminal, wills and estate matters, bankruptcy and foreclosures. You get a membership picture ID. You get assistance to open a bank account. You have a free monthly seminar the last Thursday of every month. Free assistance with your citizenship applications and assistance to get your tax ID. So become a member of the Immigrants Journal. Call 718-243-9431 or 718-363-7788. Call and tell them you want to become a member of the Journal, or you want to get that free citizenship drive. You want to become a citizen. You want that deportation inoculation. And that's one of the ads here in the Immigrants Journal. We talk about it all the time. Become a citizen. When you become a citizen, all children 17 years or younger derive citizenship from your application. So, become a citizen. Stop. Free bankruptcy consultation. Stop creditor harassment. Stop lawsuits. Stop foreclosures. Collection harassment. They use profane or abusive language. They threaten you, they yell at you, they talk to your family, they talk to your neighbor. You want to save your home, your car, your business, then a Chapter 7 bankruptcy may be yours, or a Chapter 13 or 7 if you own a property. The documents you must bring to the free legal consultation is a list of your debts, your most recent tax returns, correspondence from creditors, lawsuit documents if they have any, they served you legal papers. Bring your social security card and any ID and a list of all your assets, and come enjoy this free legal consultation. Save your property. Give us a call now. Tracy Sade will take your information. The number is 718-222-3155. Again, 718-222-3155. So that you could have that free legal consultation to save your property from foreclosure, or to get rid of all those debts that you have accumulated, and now those debts are impossible to pay. I've had quite a few people come in to me recently. They said that they did this debt consolidation stuff.
Not a good idea.
They send money to these agencies or attorneys. They keep it in their escrows to pay the creditors when they negotiate a payoff for you. And that's great if they could negotiate a payoff and you have the money to do so. But what we have seen is that some of these, creditors really not interested in doing good faith negotiations. And sometimes you could negotiate these payoffs on your own, especially if you lost a job and you're paying those debts out of your pension plan or any other savings that you might have accumulated. But Chapter 7 bankruptcy might be the best option, where you write off these debts, get that burden off for you, no creditors harassing, you'll stop the garnishment of your salaries rather than trying to repay. And when you send these money every month to these debt consolidation people, you notice that the debt is not being reduced at all. So while it's a good idea, most of the times it doesn't seem to work for most people, because they end up visiting attorneys that do work in the areas of bankruptcy, like our office does. So those debts are overwhelming. Give us a call now, 718-222-3155, or you did a debt consolidation and you need an opinion as to whether or not you should proceed in this particular area. Call us now for that free legal consultation. The number again is 718-222-3155. Also, in the area of immigration, if you have a Stokes interview coming up, which is the second interview, if you fail the first interview, come in for that free legal consultation so that we could talk about it. If you have a labor certification pending, if you have any type of immigration issue pending, give us a call. We could give you a second opinion about those immigration cases that you have, that you realize that it's taking too long and you need a second opinion on it. You could give us a call at 718-222-3155 so that we could talk about those cases. Pearl? Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Figeroux, so I wanted to add something to what you're saying about the advance parole. When the ICE officers tell you to travel, do not listen to them. Come in, get that free legal consultation, because the ICE officers are not your friends. We want to remind you about that. So call us right now and schedule that appointment, 718-222-3155, 718-222-3155. I also want to remind our listeners out there who are undocumented to stay away from the buses and the trains taking those trips, because they are making unscheduled stops, and the ICE officers are how should I put it?
Yeah, they will board the bus,
right,
or the train, will want your passport. They will see that you overstayed. They will serve your NTA, notice to appear, for deportation. What is your defenses? Voluntary departure if you leave the country, cancellation of removal if you're here 10 years and you could prove extreme or exceptional hardship on a relative, green card holder or citizen, or if you could adjust your status, but that would require that you either be married to a U.S. citizen or you have a child 21 years or older, a U.S. citizen that could petition for you. So that vacation that you want to take now to see a loved one in another state may be risky business, and immigration know this, and that's why they have these unscheduled stops, so that they could actually place you in deportation proceedings for simply overstaying your time here in the United States. The advance parole people, on the advance parole document itself, it says if you travel, it's going to trigger the 3 or the 10-year bar. If you overstay your time in the United States by 6 months and you leave to return, you'll be barred for 3 years. If you overstay by 1 year and you leave and you return, you'll be banned for 10 years. So, and if you do not qualify for a waiver for that 3 or 10-year ban, then you're putting yourself in a situation where you may not get that green card that you have waited so long for. Brian Figeroux, Figeroux & Associates, legal advisor for the Immigrants Journal Legal and Educational Fund. Give us a call now at 718-222-3155. Our staff is waiting to schedule your free legal consultation. Many people have benefited from this free legal consultation, and we urge you to give us a call. If you have a family member, a friend in another state, in another county, they didn't hear this program, they could also visit our website and listen to this show and other shows at falaw.us. Again, falaw.us, that's our website. Or just have them call or come into the office for that free legal consultation. Again, the number is 718-222-3155. Again, 718-222-3155. This show comes to you courtesy the Immigrants Journal Legal and Educational Fund. That's our not-for-profit organization. That's how we at Figeroux and Associates give back to the community by offering these free legal consultations. If you have business to refer to the law firm, we would appreciate it because, hey, one good deed deserves another. And we have done this show for many, many years. We have helped a lot of people with our free citizenship drive, and these consultations have been helpful to many, many people. If you want to donate to the Immigrants Journal Legal and Educational Fund, you could also let our operators know that you'd like to make a donation.
It's tax deductible.
Right. And the number to call right now is 718-222-3155. Rhonda?
All right, guys, so that's the number to call, 718-222-3155. You had a lot to think about there, a lot of information to process, but remember, you have the experts here to help you process all that information. If you have any questions, if you want to find out, if your child will qualify for the DREAM Act, what do you have to do to get ready? Stay tuned. We are going to give you a lot more information for that. But any other legal issues whatsoever, call right now, 718-222-3155, 718-222-3155.